All right, let's continue on. Let's talk with Rhonda. Rhonda, you're with Allworth Money Matters.
Yes. I had a question. As a general rule, is it better to take from the Roth IRA or traditional for supplemental retirement income?
Traditional.
Maybe.
Okay.
As a general rule, she said.
Okay, it's a general rule. It's a general rule.
Not even had to think about it.
Yes, I agree. It's a general rule.
But it depends.
It depends on where your tax brackets lie. It depends on where your income is.
What if one spouse will be reaching retiring at 70, and the other spouse working probably about 58. I'll probably be about 58 by then, and we'll still be supplementing children. I know one, possibly two. One will be in college, and the other one, I'm not sure. At that point, we might still be helping that one.
So your spouse is 70 and you're 58.
Do you mind sharing some of your finances? Because that's what's going to drive this.
I'm saying the plan is for him to retire at 70 because of the age difference. We have about 13 years difference in age. So that whenever I retire, obviously I would have the higher amount because he does make more money than I do. I work part-time. Right now, he probably makes about $115. He will have a military retirement as well. He and I are both occupational therapists. I work part-time, maybe make around $72,000, $75,000 a year. We have... He has so far probably about 1.3 saved so far.
I'm sorry, Rhonda, is that in IRAs?
So that would be 50-50 Roth and IRA, so pretty much split up.
Okay.
Half. And then I have probably about $850 saved so far, $850,000 saved so far.
And how's yours allocated in terms of Roth versus?
Mine's now 50-50, and pretty much we both do like index, Vanguard, Fidelity type funds, and then also we have a brokerage account that we have, I think, about 500 in.
And have you contributed to your 401k half pre-tax, half Roth? Is that how you've gotten to this 50-50 split?
Well, they just started offering within the last year or so I've been switching it out because I felt like it would be better to have more of the Roth.
So how did you end up with this large? Yeah,
you converted.
You converted over the years.
Yes.
And how much ballpark did you convert per year?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I know I have a roughly about, they're maybe not quite half, but getting there.
So historically, your income just on your wages have been about $200,000 a year. I'm assuming the military pension's been coming in over the years on top of that.
Yes.
And then you've converted to a Roth during that income period. Now you're moving into a period where your income is going to be $115,000 less.
Right.
So it would be, you'd come to the opposite conclusion.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. So like what
The
was the
process,
driver?
yeah,
What was the driver to convert to Roth? Was it just a feeling?
No, my brother, financial just advice. He suggested that we switch more towards the Roth.
Did you run a pro forma tax return to see what the marginal rate was that you were paying on the Roth conversion versus not? Yes and no.
No, we did not.
Because if you take out a Roth IRA, take money from your Roth IRA today, what you've essentially have done is have voluntarily paid the IRS more than you needed to on those dollars. Because you converted in years when you had higher income and chose to pay tax at a higher rate, and now in retirement, the choice would be to take income at a lower rate.
Yeah. So the answer.
In the butt.
No. It's probably a push. It might be a little bit. We're gonna be as optimistic as we can here, Scott.
Do not take any money from the IRA, from the Roth.
That's right, and don't do any more Roth conversions.
Okay.
All right,
Gotcha.
don't because they're gonna be taking income.
Yeah. And there's not that much.
And how much is the military pension?
It's not a lot. It's like only maybe about $2,500, $3,000 a month.
Okay, 36,000 a year. And then how much? And I assume your spouse is taking Social Security now. He's 70.
So no, I'm talking about hypothetically when he does turn 70. When he is 70, I think it will be based on what I looked at. It said about $4,000 a month.
And when's he turn 70?
So he still has 6 more years to go.
Oh, wait a minute. Now I'm confused.
Okay. You're 50. You're 52. You're 52.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Thinking about
Okay.
future. I'm
Okay.
thinking about future.
Got it. Well, you are a planner.
We were both thought she turned 70 today. That's everything we've been going on.
Yeah. So here's what you want to do is don't do any more Roth conversions. And I actually wouldn't make any more Roth contributions.
I'd run the numbers. You got to run the numbers.
Okay.
It's a general rule of thumb based on
correct.
All
right. If
you're calling a talk show with someone that just knows obviously very little about you,
and we're not running the numbers in front of us either. So,
but my guess is that you would be better off not making any more. You have enough in the Roth
because you're in a pretty high tax bracket, relatively.
Right.
Yeah. What state are you in?
South Carolina.
And are you going to stay in South Carolina?
I'm trying to talk my husband into moving to Georgia to the lake. So we'll see.
And where do who knows where your kids are? One's still in college, they're still young, so you don't know where they'll settle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no more Roth conversions.
Okay.
And make 100% of your contributions into your 401ks or 403bs or 457s, whatever you may have. In fact, you said you're an occupational therapist. Do you work for a nonprofit?
No, I don't.
You work for a hospital?
I work for a home care agency.
Okay. All right. I was looking to see if we could double up on our contributions. So yes, so make them all pre-tax contributions to your 401k.
Okay.
No more Roth conversions.
Yeah, because the way you're structured now, you will actually be in a lower tax bracket at retirement.
Right. Okay.
And you've already got a lot in Roth.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the answer to your original question is general rule of thumb, you take money from the IRAs first.
General rule of thumb.
Rule of thumb. But you've got you've got a lot of
money that you're going to spend.
Yeah, yeah. You've got plenty of room. You've got for 6 years out. You've got plenty of room for this to grow. And I assume you have no mortgage on your house.
No, our cars are paid off. Our house is paid off. We also have some land in Florida that I'm hoping that we can sell it and do
an exchange.
Exchange to buy the lake property is what I'm hoping to rent out before we retire. Hopefully, there.
Great idea.
That's a great idea.
Great idea.
Technically, you can't have the intent for personal use, but you can buy exchange it for the lake house to rent it, and then
convert it to primary.
Yeah, and then rent it part time and use it part time, and I think that's a brilliant idea before you go to retire to see this, so you can see if this is really where you want to retire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah. And you said you were pushing your husband to get that place in Georgia, and this is have him listen to this. Tell him how brilliant we thought you were.
You'd be foolish not to.
Okay.
I'm joking.
Listen to you all.
With what we know about your situation and considering you've got this rental, it sounds like a good plan to me.
Okay.
All righty.
Well, I appreciate y'all so
Rhonda.
much. Y'all give a wealth of knowledge.
Thank
All
you.
right, well, thank you, Rhonda.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that.
much.
Why are the women in the South always so polite?
Bless your heart.
It's interesting. You should talk about.
That's to imply that the rest of the country they're not. That was the implication.
Yes.
Okay.
As a general rule, we were talking about general rules. That's what she started with. As a general rule. It's interesting when she was talking about how she wants to retire on the lake. And Pat and I have been in this industry almost 35 years. 35 years of helping people. And a lot of it is helping people accumulate enough dollars so work is an option. Then you see people go into retirement. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen people move. They've got this dream of living on the lake, living in the mountains, living near the beach, living somewhere better than where they are. They move as soon as they retire, and 2 years later, they're back.
Oh, yes. Oh, Scott, I have a house in the mountains next to a lake. Fortunately, and it's in Nevada, which is people ask me all the time, why don't you live in Nevada? And I said, because it would be like me spending the winter up there with my wife would be like The Shining. It would be like I would be like Jack Nicholson, and we don't have a big house like that, but it made it even worse.
Or what was the movie when the writer got in the accident and anyway, the mountains?
It wouldn't. And I love her dearly, and our marriage is 40 years. By the way, this last weekend we celebrated 40 years. I got her some flowers at Safeway, because I'm a hitter.
Well, because you know that buying her some $300 bouquet would not. She'd be like, "Why'd you waste so much money on the flowers?"
That's correct. That's correct. That is correct. That is correct. But people have these images, and then they get there, and it's just not.
And so we're not encouraging people to go buy a second home unless your finances. Vacation homes tend not to be the best investments, even if you rent them out. They just tend not to be the best investments. But if your thought is, hey, this is our dream place we want to go, maybe you rent somewhere, maybe you lease a house for a couple of years, maybe spend some time there.
Try it on.
Because life is so much about relationship. Unless you're very much a loner, life is about relationships. And you go somewhere else and it's all new relationships. Maybe it's great for you, but
you're a loner and you want to be a loner. A lot of loners don't really want to be loners, but